What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wheel Talk. So today it's Thursday, the 11th of June, and it's 10:56, and I'm probably about 40 minutes away from home. So I stayed out Tuesday through Thursday. I did a couple of things in the lab. I skipped one thing, which I could just do it next week. But I'm coming home on Thursday, similar to what I did last week. I think that's going to be my new routine. Stay out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. Come back Thursday night or Thursday, and then come back on Friday. So that I'm only coming in twice a week, but I'm there 4 days. Because by Thursday, it's like I miss home a lot, so I want to, be there with my family. But also today we're going to be going to, I'm going to surprise them. They're going to the river, and I'm going to pop up on them and surprise them. I think they'd be happy. Maybe I'll bring the dogs as well. But when I was leaving school, remember I have my tuck spot where I park, and then there's all those construction workers that park near me. I'm glad. I was like, watch, I'm going to hit a cop, because usually there's on-campus police officer, and one time they gave me a ticket when my car was parked. And so I was like, man, this guy knows my car. So what happened was I was going down the side of the building, not where I parked, which is good, because if he seen that, then he would know where I parked. For all he knows, I just parked in the same spot and I was turning around, something like that. Anyways, he was kind of guiding a big tractor truck thing, and then he came around the corner. I was like, damn. And so I knew he knew my car, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, he's gonna pull me over. So what I did, because remember I tinted my windows, these are limo tint. That's one reason to pull you over and give you a ticket. So I rolled my windows down. For him to turn around, he has to go all the way around and then turn around. And then so he didn't catch up to me, but I seen him in my rear view. On my side view mirrors. I was like, he's gonna pull me over. I knew it. And then what happened was this dumbass lady, she came and pulled right in front of me when I was trying to leave. I'm like, come on, lady, what the hell are you doing? Long story short, I ended up making a left onto off the campus, and he pulls me over, or he does the little blurp sound. I pull over, and he gasses up next to me on the side of me. He was being super aggressive. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean? And then he was like, you ran 2 stop signs. And he's like, and how fast were you going? He's like, what do you think the speed limit is? I was like, okay. He's like, no, what do you think the speed limit is? I was like, I'm not sure. He's like, it's 10 miles. He's like, how fast do you think you were going? I was like, I wasn't paying attention. He's like, 20. I'm like, this guy, he's over here making up shit. That's what, I have a friend who's a cop, so I'm like, man, I hope he's not an asshole like that. And I was thinking about being a cop too, and I'm like, if I remember I became a cop, I wouldn't be a cop like that. One is you're kind of lying, because he doesn't know that he was behind me, so you can't tell how fast you're going. He was going 20 trying to catch up to me, so it's yeah, you could say he was going 20, but the thing is, it's he's kind of man, I can see why people get upset and they try and argue with the cops, and then that's when they end up getting you out, and they end up getting out and giving you a ticket, when it's just let them go on their power trip and go about their day, because he didn't give me a ticket, which is saves me $500. But I understand why people want to argue, because I'm like, dude, I stopped at those 2 stop signs. They were kind of California stops. I just stopped, make sure that everything was safe, and then I kept going. But he said I ran them. I'm like, come on, dude. But I'm not gonna argue about that in the situation where he's already on his power trip. I'm like, whatever, dude. Fucking just. I was like, okay. It's if he's gonna give me a ticket at that point, he's gonna give me a ticket. But whatever. I'm like, damn, dude. So there's a couple of things with that situation, because now if I ever pull up again, he's gonna pull me over almost for sure. And then for all I know, he could be like, hey, do you guys know, do you know that guy with the van? Because he's it might be he was driving like an asshole, trying to get me in trouble with my colleagues, my quote-unquote colleagues that he thinks I might be working with. And then if that's not the case, then be like, no, but we see him park over there, then that makes, then that kind of gives up my hiding spot. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. But I'll just let some time pass. So tomorrow when I come in, because remember I have to come into the lab on Friday, I'll come in, do what I have to do in the lab, and then do my scooping round. But I'll just park off campus, kind of let the attention die down, and then starting next week on Tuesday, I'll come in and do what I gotta do. So this area is the California Delta. So the Delta is where the water kind of changes from salted water to fresh water. And like I'm at home. Right now I'm gonna go meet my family. My family still doesn't know that I'm coming, so they're gonna be surprised. But I was wondering, because we have a lot of spots here on the river where we go and hang out, and I was like, dang, they could be anywhere. But my wife sent me a picture of my youngest daughter. This is her first time at the river, and so I seen the picture, so I know where they're at. But yeah, when I get, the smell of the Delta, kind of has like I don't know how to explain it. I just say it smells like dirty water. This doesn't sound too appealing, but that's how the Delta smells. And also they have these big eucalyptus trees that people use as windbreaks, and so you can smell the eucalyptus trees. You can smell the, that dirty water, and that feels like home. So when I get out here, it's like I feel more at home. I was gonna go pick up the dogs, but it's just like a whole nother experience in itself, because then you have to like babysit them, make sure they don't go too far. Then you have to make sure to check them for ticks, and then they might be trying to run over my daughter, my youngest, my baby, and I'm just gonna go enjoy the day. Not have to worry about the dogs. I'll take them for a walk later because I still need to get my steps in. Right now I'm at like 2,000 steps, so I still need to get to 10,000. So we'll probably take them later when it gets cooler. Right now, where I'm at, it's 91. So nice day to go to the river. So right now, I think after this turn, I used to bring my kayak over here, and I can see the water right now. It looks like glass, like it's very smooth on top. I used to put my kids on the back of the kayak, and then one would be fishing, and I'd be fishing from the front. But this is the turn right here. It's called Georgiana Slough, out here on the California Delta. Let's see. Hopefully I came to the right spot. Yeah, it's a little bit up more. Out here on the Delta, you can see to the right, there's a whole bunch of, those look like peach trees, and then there's like a cow farm, and there's a lot of farms out here, a lot of farmland. I love it out here. I think this is the turn. So yeah, this is the turn. I see my wife's car. Let's see. I'm gonna park farther away so they don't see me. How you guys doing?
Good.
You send a picture? My picture. On the first day of the river, at the river. Hola! How you doing?
Good.
Hey, dice, levántame. She said, pick me up. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. ¿Qué pasa? Just finished up, so the tent looks pretty good. There's one little mark here. Not a big deal. Overall looks pretty good.
What are you doing?
Just recording.
Why?
Just seeing how the van looks.
Oh. For what? YouTube?
Yep.
Oh. Oh.
That's a pretty good tent, huh? You can't even see in. I'll put your face on it. I cleaned this. See that?
Yeah.